Today I'm joined with Hide Onimi. Hide is our president here at Rising Sun Properties, also known as Newborn Honsia. Hide has been in the real estate business for 35 years. He's not only a great guy and a great friend, but a great person to have on your team as our licensed real estate agent. Hide goes into some of his background and things to think about when purchasing. Hello, this is Ron with Rising Sun Properties. Thank you guys for watching the videos. I am here with our president, Hide Onimi, otherwise known as Hide. Hello, Hide.
Hi, Ron. Thank you for having me for the first time. Why, this is the first time. I am the president, right?
Yep, it should have been done a long time ago, but
Yeah.
here we are. So we are actually in Mie, and what are we doing here today?
We came here to view the house. We just, get from the seller directory. So this is the first time to come to this Minami Ise. This is a really famous place for the power production, and also very close to the national treasury in Japan, the Ise Shrine and Kumano Kodo, if you know.
Yeah, so it's an exclusive deal, which means it's only for sale through us. I'm making a video of it so you guys can check it out. So yeah, I wanted to interview Hide at last and kind of talk about, how we became Rising Sun Properties and kind of your background. So why don't you give us a little bit about your background in real estate?
Okay, I've been in this business over almost 5 years. And
35 years?
35 years.
Yeah.
Yes. And basically, I was not in this field. I was in the financing. I used to be work for the securities firm. And after that, I worked for the bank in the California. But it's long time ago, over 30 years ago. But then at that time, I had a family business here. My parents had a business here in Nagoya, and that business was really didn't go well. So, they asked me to come back to take care of this business, and that was a part of the real estate business I started. Then, since then, I rented an apartment. And I invest on the property in Tokyo, Osaka, and many places. And here I am. And just 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, I met Ron.
Yeah, almost exactly 2 years ago.
2 years ago, right?
Met, yeah.
For renting our apartment. And Ron often find our tenants. Then we get close, and someday I asked him, why don't you come to work with us? And we are so delighted.
Yeah, thank you. And you guys heard me mention Hide often in the videos. He is our licensed real estate agent, one of them anyway. We have two, Mayumi as well. And he has a lot of experience with real estate. Like you said, 35 years, and he has his license. So anything that we do with our clients, we always run it through Hide and get any insight or opinions. He has kind of the last say in things because you have the experience and knowledge, and that's trusted. So I think when people sign on to work with us as with Rising Sun Properties, it's not just me, but it's Hide. So you are maybe not directly connected with Hide, you're not speaking with him, but he is definitely involved with all of our clients and all of our sales. So that is invaluable because I know the business now more than I did, a year and a half, 2 years ago, and how complicated it can be and how much insight you have in the real estate business. So.
Oh, your compliment is so good. But actually, Ron getting really good in this field. And I really can rely on him now. But of course, I always support him and our client directly, of course.
Yeah, and in the end, you're the one with the real estate license, and we have to protect that and make sure we're doing things properly, which we always are. Of course, I have a lot more experience now and know the business better than I did a year and a half ago. But always, like I said, Hide he knows all of our deals, all of our buyers and purchasing, and he gives us insight into everything. So I can promise you, if you're working with us, you are in good hands, not only with me and Sayuri, but in the end, Hide with all of his expertise in the field.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Me and I met him through the internet actually. I was looking for apartments in Nagoya, and we rent his apartments near Chikusa Station. If you need an apartment in Nagoya, let us know. We are very friendly with foreigners. And basically, he had just gotten his license and said that he wanted to specifically focus on foreign buyers. Because you yourself were a foreigner in a foreign land at one time and kind of know the difficulties of being abroad, right?
Yes, yeah. The reason why I started this real estate business, especially focusing on the non-Japanese, is I know how hard to live in the foreign country all by yourself, especially. And about 35 years ago, I was in the States, and that time I had so many great experience there. And the people there are so generous and so kind. And I still want to go back to America again. Some people say not to, but yeah, it's joking. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. And after I had gone through this real estate business over 30 years, and one day I noticed, oh, it's not really good condition for non-Japanese to find a house or spaces to live in Japan. So maybe after, especially I met Ron, I decided to do something more for this field. So I decided to do the service for sale and rent in this field, especially for non-Japanese. So yeah, now I'm really enjoying this business, and so do you.
Yeah,
I hope.
absolutely. I love it. I mean, the clients we work with, working with you, it's been great. So, you have a lot of trust in your employees, and never have once told me to do anything. Just says, "Here's what I have, and show me what you can do." And it's been a year and a half since we've worked together, and it's been absolutely amazing. It's been a lot of fun. Not only working with you, but work with our clients. We've been fortunate
Yes.
to come across. So thank you all. If you have signed up and worked with us, thank you so much. If you're thinking about it, we do free consultation and be happy to talk to you. How difficult is it for a foreigner to buy in Japan who doesn't really know the language?
Okay, yeah, it's a really, basic question from the older client. And if you don't understand Japanese, first of all, you cannot build a house because it's true. Yeah, because usually the seller's agent will show you the house or properties. And if you don't know how to communicate with those selling agents, how you can ask to build the house and when and how. You cannot communicate with them. There's no chance to build a house. Maybe you can text them, but many of the selling agents just ignore the text from the abroad because they don't know who they are dealing with. Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, even with translator, I mean, we've had some clients who tried to do it on their own. Um, that's that's a big task to take on by yourself, and have had some communications with the agents, but in the end, it's just really difficult because of the communication barrier, right? So, whether you work with us or another agency, I highly, highly recommend to hire an English speaking agent who understands the process. I was doing mostly rentals before I started working with Hide, and then we started focusing on selling. Renting in Japan is can be extremely difficult. My gosh, we've streamlined that, so we make it very easy for our renters. But I learned a lot just from the renting side, and then I came over to the purchasing side, and then it was like 20 times more difficult than renting. There's just so much involved, and if you don't have an English speaking agent on your side, it's going to be very difficult. We do have a consultation fee, initial fee of 330,000 yen. I think that's very fair, especially compared to what some of the other companies are charging. Um, Whatever it may be, it's worth it. You're going to save yourself a lot of headache in the end trying to do it yourself, not just through the whole process, but also the judicial scrivener. We have an English speaking judicial scrivener we work with to make that easier, and also post sale stuff like setting up utilities, insurance, tax representation, all this stuff, renovations if needed. We help with all of that. So it can be very difficult if you're trying it on your own. I don't recommend doing so. I think some people have tried, but in the end have come back and realized that it's very, very difficult. One, if you're not living in Japan, but two, also even if I'm going to purchase and I'm living in Japan, I would still go to a company like ours just so I can understand everything 100% and not have to worry about it, right? All the final documentation does need to be in Japanese, of course, but we translate and explain everything, make sure that you understand the entire process. So what advice would you give to a foreigner who's wanting to purchase in Japan and who's wanting to work with us?
Okay. The most important thing is not choosing the real estate company, but who you're working with, like loan. Okay. First, we need to understand what your exact need. If you are not familiar with the Japanese culture or the Japanese climate or the Japanese people, it's really gonna be hard to purchase. Maybe it may be easy to just buy the house, but after that you purchase the house, you need to communicate with the people. You need to integrate with the society. That's the most important part. So to solve the issue after you purchase the house, you need to choose a really trustworthy person to work with before you purchase the house. That's the point.
Yeah, we've even, some of our buyers, we've gone out with them when they're getting their keys moving into their house, and Hide's going on doors, the neighbors' doors, knocking on doors to introduce the new people. We can't do that all the time, but anything that we can do outside of just the purchasing, we are here. People text me all the time, clients who've worked with us after they've purchased properties, and we're here to support any way possible. If we don't have a solution for a challenge, we can introduce somebody, but we're always here, and people text me all the time, and that's great. That's fine. Yeah.
And the Japanese tend to think about the non-Japanese moving to the next their neighbor. Of course, they worry why this person is coming to our neighbor and what the purpose. So they scare sometimes. So if they understand who you are and you are a really good person, they are comfortable with living with you. So even while you are not in the house, they might take care of your house. So that's a good point for buying the house and communicating with the people in your neighbors.
Yeah, and I've been here 12 years, more than 12 years now, and I feel like I'm half Japanese myself, even though my language ability isn't half of what it should be. We're not just trying to sell properties quickly, we're kind of lower end on the sales, right? So we don't get a lot of commission in sales. It's that, of course, we're a business, we need to make money, but that's not the most important part for us. What we want is people who are going to give to the Japanese community. Most of our clients, I don't think we worked with any investors really. That's not something we're too interested in, to be honest. We want people to come in who are going to be part of the community, part of the society, try to integrate and bring something positive, right? This akiya boom is for a reason, because Japan is a dying population and these homes are vacant. So if they're going to be bought and filled, we hope that it's going to be by somebody who appreciates, enjoys, and wants to be in Japan and be a part of the community.
Exactly.
And I kind of take that to heart, and all of our clients have, our client base basically is people who have been to Japan, they've traveled here, they love the culture, and they're in a position in life to be able to afford a second home and don't really want a hotel. They want a home away from home. And we've provided that for many buyers over the last year and a half. So again, thank you for anybody who has chosen to work with us and being a part of Japan, our home. It's been a pleasure. Anything else you would like to add?
Please come to Nagoya to see us directly. Nagoya is not a really popular place for non-Japanese, but really, it's really good place to live. Yeah. Ron can tell you a
Yeah.
lot about it. But still, please find the best place for you to live in Japan, and we'll be there. Maybe, any place in across Japan.
That's right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Not me.
Hokkaido's a little far, but we're open to work with any area of Japan if it makes sense for us and it makes sense for you. And yeah, like Hide's saying, our office is in downtown Nagoya in Sakai, and we've had quite a few of our clients stop in to the office and meet us in person. You can meet me and meet Hide, the man himself, in person. So whether you're working with us or just want to meet us in person, we've had clients come in that are just kind of adamant about meeting somebody in person. So they've come to our office. That's absolutely fine. We have a pretty nice view of downtown Nagoya, and Hide's office there. So, all right, Hide, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure working with you, and looking forward to the future and working with some of our future clients.
Thank you so much having me on your YouTube channel. I'm delighted to be here. Thank you.
I hope that's not sarcastic. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Reach out anytime. Again, we are a licensed real estate agent. If you're interested in purchasing in Japan, we can do a free consultation and talk about the details. So my information here is at the beginning and end of all of our videos with my email and WhatsApp. Thank you so much and have a great day.